Welcome to our documentary of some of the memorials located within Worcester, Mass. And for most people, possibly unknown information about their peaceful town common. If you like this video, please do us a favor and subscribe to the channel. It helps immensely and allows us to continue providing videos like this. We would like to welcome you to Bancroft Tower. This is our first stop in this trip. Bancroft Tower is a 56-foot-high stone tower located in Salisbury Park, a public park west of Park Avenue and south of Drury Lane. The tower is a two-story structure built from boulders and cobbles, and a rock-faced exterior made of solid granite. Asymmetrical in plan with square towers at the corners and a taller off-center circular tower in the middle with an arched gate to one side. This tower was erected by Stephen Salisbury III in honor of George Bancroft in 1900, a prominent historian and statesman who had been a childhood friend of Salisbury's father. It was one of 3 towers built on high points of the city and is the only one to survive to this day. The park and tower remained in Salisbury's ownership until his death in 1907. The tower was then bequeathed to the Worcester Art Museum, which then gave it to the Worcester Parks Department in 1912. The Bancroft Tower was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on March 5, 1980. George Bancroft was a native of Worcester and a politician, historian, and statesman. The tower was designed by Worcester architects Earl and Fisher. Here is the Bigelow Monument and a small fenced-in cemetery. Timothy Bigelow was born in Worcester County, Massachusetts on August 12, 1739. As an adult, he worked as a blacksmith and owned a shop in Worcester. During the American Revolution, he was a patriot. He served as a colonel during the American Revolutionary War. He commanded the 15th Massachusetts Regiment and is notable for leading Minutemen from Worcester during the battles of Lexington and Concord, the first military engagement of the war. He was also involved in the Saratoga campaign in Valley Forge. Following the war, he commanded the Springfield Arsenal before dying on March 31, 1790, at the age of 51. On December 23, 1859, the City Council of Worcester passed an act allowing Timothy Bigelow Lawrence, Bigelow's great-grandson and son of Abbott Lawrence, to erect a monument to Timothy Bigelow on top of his burial place located in Worcester Common. Worcester Mayor Alexander Bullock dedicated a 20-square-foot lot in the small cemetery to the Commons for the monument. A committee was formed for the purposes of coordinating the monument's erection and dedication. and a group of prominent citizens organized to aid the committee with former Massachusetts Governor Levi Lincoln Jr. as their chairman. In March 1861, the committee extended an invitation to Worcester native George Bancroft to give an oration at the monument's dedication, but he declined, citing his health. As part of the erection of the monument, Bigelow's body was exhumed and reinterred in a metal casket. The monument itself was designed by George Snell, an architect from Boston. Two companies were involved in the construction of the monument, with the Granite Railway Company executing the granite portion of the monument, and the marble, imported from Tuscany, was executed by Wentworth & Co. of Boston. The monument's dedication ceremony took place on April 19, 1861. On the Friday before the dedication, April 12th, Mayor Isaac Davis and Governor Lincoln held a ceremony wherein multiple items were deposited within the monument, including multiple publications, a piece of wood from the charter oak, and a lock of hair belonging to Bigelow, among other items. The dedication ceremony, described in a 1914 book as one of the largest gatherings in the city, was attended by numerous descendants of Revolutionary War soldiers. The celebrations included a song written by Clark Gilson, performed by a local glee club, followed by speeches given by several notable individuals. Among these included Lawrence, Mayor Davis, Governor Lincoln, Benjamin Thomas, grandson of Bigelow's contemporary Isaac Thomas, and several members of the Bigelow family. While the dedication was taking place, members of the Massachusetts militia were involved in violent confrontations in the Baltimore riot of 1861, one of the first civil conflicts of the American Civil War. News of the violence would not reach Worcester until after the ceremony had concluded. Many people that make their way through the Common in Worcester go there to enjoy the scenery, grab some lunch or a snack to eat in the confines, or they go to visit the summer concert series that are hosted there. Little research, however, shows that the Common is not as it appears. Visitors would be forgiven for thinking the gated-in cemetery that surrounds the Bigelow Monument and the many statues that dot the property were all there was. That, however, could not be further from the truth. Just beneath the feet of visitors lies many former residents of Worcester. While details and records are scarce, it is believed that the Common began being used as a burial ground around 1729, with the final burial taking place in 1824. Most of the grave markers are now gone, with the exception of those that still stand in the fenced-off portion of the cemetery, but the deceased residents of Worcester are exactly where they were laid when the burial grounds were being used. Here is Worcester's World War II memorial and fountain. Unfortunately, during this trip, the fountain was not turned on, as you can see. I'm hoping this is because we visited in March and there's nothing wrong with the fountain. There are, however, many photos and videos online that show this fountain in operation. Here is a listing of some of those great people who served their country in battle and may have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Please take a moment to remember all of our great veterans and give thanks to the freedoms we have as Americans because of their selfless acts during these wars. And here is Soldiers' Monument. Designed by sculptor Randolph Rogers, this Civil War monument consists of a tapering granite Corinthian column crowned by a bronze goddess of victory, a three-tiered granite pedestal adorned with bronze plaques, buttresses surmounted by four bronze statues representing branches of the military: archery, cavalry, infantry, and navy, with the whole resting upon a rough granite base flanked by four buried cannon barrels. The pedestal's top tier is adorned with four relief plaques: the City of Worcester seal, the Massachusetts State seal, the United States seal, and a pair of crossed swords encircled by a laurel wreath. The middle tier features relief busts of U.S. President Abraham Lincoln and Massachusetts Governor John A. Andrew, a battle scene of a dying soldier supported by a comrade, and the monument's dedication plaque. The bottom tier features four inscription plaques listing the names of the 398 Worcester soldiers who died in the war. In 1871, the Soldiers' Monument Committee commissioned Rogers to design the memorial. The city of Worcester appropriated $35,000, and an addition $15,000 was raised by subscription. The monument was dedicated on July 15, 1874. When built, the monument was approximately 66 feet tall, and the base was approximately 24 feet square. The ground level was raised in 1969, burying the rough granite base, so the monument is now approximately 4 feet shorter. The dedication plaque reads, "Erected by the people of Worcester in memory of her sons who died for the unity of the Republic, AD 1861 to 1865.